January, I think. So December 2019, I was vegan until maybe about a month ago. And it is into the beginning of the third week of, so in the second week of January, beginning of 2022, I decided to start eating meat again because I was just getting really, really heavy. It was too much carbs. And to get protein, I would drink protein shakes. I do sell first form supplements and products, mainly the vegan friendly products, and I still use the vegan friendly products. I cannot switch to whey protein or other types of protein because of the milk, and I'm lactose intolerant, so I can't. My stomach doesn't like it very much. So I still use the vegan supplements, vegan friendly supplements, vitamins. I used to use things for energy, but I found that the vitamins give me a lot, like I have a lot of energy. Even without vitamins, just naturally, I'm kind of hyper and always happy-go-lucky and in a good mood. Sometimes I get in a bad mood, but I'm really, most of the time, excited about life, that I'm still here. So this is what I'm like eating now, my plate chicken and a little bit of mozzarella cheese. I know I'm lactose intolerant, but I can handle like cheese and yogurts. I can't have cottage cheese. So it's mild, but it's still some things like ice cream I cannot. Anyway, that's really personal. I just wanted to say I'm no longer totally vegan. I would say most of the time I am pescatarian. I eat a lot of fish, a lot more fish than I do chicken. I don't actually like the taste of chicken. I feel like it's really bland and you have to spice it up with a lot of different things, that it's better just to have a piece of fish, a little bit of salt and pepper, and you're good. I don't like a lot of stuff in my food. I like it to taste good, but when a piece of meat has all that rub on top, it means it's not a good piece of meat. You know, sometimes a chicken breast with a little bit of salt and pepper tastes really juicy and good, but it's rare. You have to get just the right kind of chicken that day. I don't know. So no longer vegan, most of the time pescatarian. But today, these live chats are taken right after or in the day of a dance lesson just before a competition is coming up. So these are because I am going into competition, and it's really hard on me right now because of my diet. I have to change my diet, and I tried doing it like a month ago, but I've gained so much weight. I guess when you gain weight, it's like extremely hard to make those changes. And I've only experienced that one other time in my life when I was about 156 pounds. But at that time I was in my early 20s. It was like 20, or I don't remember, 19, 20. I just decided I'm just going to start exercising, and you're so young, nothing hurts. That it was really easy for me to like get into that losing weight kind of regimen and diet. But now that I'm older, I'm kind of set in my ways, you know. I know what it takes to get a six-pack. I just got a little lazy, and I was like, I'm doing so much work. I'm working a lot. So a teacher, trying to become a dance teacher, it has been a goal of mine, and I need more experience. I need to be part of championships. Just whether or not I win, it's good experience for me. But I hope, but I want to win. You know, like I want to win. I'm doing everything possible to win. It's just a lot of work, a lot of training. And I'm doing more now than I ever had for training in other competitions and other shows. And this is all working out because the competition thing I was going to set aside for a little while because I wanted to do some more, be more serious about becoming a performer. So I want to be a teacher because that's like my fallback. But my real dream, of course, is to become a performer, an actress, a singer. I'm a little bit old on the age side. There's a lot of ageism in the entertainment industry that if I wanted to become a singer, it would be like Christmas albums and jazz albums because nobody cares about you if you're not 16 years old. That's just a matter of fact, regardless of how good you are. And then in the Christmas album business, the leader is Mariah Carey. I mean, give me a break. It's hard. It's hard when you think about like that's the career that I wanted and it hasn't happened to date. So I have tried it and it didn't work out for me. But there's other things I can do. Theater, musicals, other movies, film, TV, commercials, all types of performances. And so I started doing some other stuff where I could perform more regularly. And that was all fun. So I was writing out a business plan for the things that I wanted to do. And it got really stressful because everybody I mentioned it told me it's too soon. You can't do it. You're not ready. You're not good enough. Who do you think you are? Why? What gives you the idea anybody's going to pay attention? I mean, you think that I might just be thinking that that's what they're thinking because they're not giving me the most positive reaction. But no, those are actual things that people have said to me. There's a lot of negative energy, a lack of support. There's no buddy there to be like, hey, you should go for it. I know this person. And, there's nothing like that. Everything that I want to do, I have to do on my own. And I know there are dance teachers that tell me when I first started, nobody gave me a heads up. Everybody treated me like dirt. Nobody cared about me as a teacher because I was so young, yada, yada. My other dance teacher was just telling me this today. He didn't get any respect until a few years ago. He had to win a lot of championships, pro-am and professional, for people to give a crap and actually want to take lessons with him. The other issue there is that the majority of people in ballroom are over 25, over 30 even, really old. And the people that take it more seriously that are really young are not, they're all in some of the bigger cities. People that want to take it that seriously are kind of far away. They're either in a small town and they can't find a teacher, or they're in a big city that has all the internet, San Francisco, LA, New York, Miami, Atlanta, there's some big cities where ballroom is big and there's like a lot of competitors, seriously talented people. So we're not one of those big, this city is a college town, it's a college city, it's a government city, it holds state capital. You just don't think, oh, I'm going to go there for ballroom. And that's not what people are doing. But anyway, so it's hard out here. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work if you want to be successful in this city. So I'm trying to make other parts of my dreams come true, hence my script. Oh, by the way, just to interrupt myself, this is the Ba.Bl sweatshirt that I am wearing. It's so, when you first get it, it's like stark black. This one's a little bit faded because I wash it almost every week. I wear it all of the time. It's not because it's the Ba.Bl, but because it's seriously the most comfortable sweatshirt that I have. It's so soft on the inside, but it's not like plush. It's still thin enough where you could wear it on a 70-degree day, 74 or whatever. But it's also pretty warm if you wear a t-shirt under it. It's soft, and anyway, I just wanted to tell you about that because I'm wearing it. Ba.Bl. And I wore this to a basketball game, off topic. Everybody thought it said basketball, and I was wearing a backpack so nobody could see the back where it said the name. And I took a picture. If you go on my Instagram, I took a picture with one of the most famous basketball stars from here in Sacramento, in California, Matt Barnes. Maybe you've seen commercials with him if you don't follow basketball. He is originally from Sacramento. He played with Sacramento, but I think he played first with the LA Lakers. So he's been in both rival cities for basketball. And I took a picture with him. I was so happy, but it's, like they thought this meant like abbreviation for basketball. Whatever. Funny story. But anyway, back to what I was saying about getting my career started. I'm not doing a lot of episodes about this, but part of the Ba.Bl, yes, it's the real ballroom blitz, but there's a lot of aspects to that. Ballroom is not necessarily just ballroom dance. Ballroom is like the main event, the big thing that everybody wants to do, the kind of big fancy rich people stuff entertainment industry tends to bring, get you into, so it's kind of like my entrance and my forceful sort of I'm going to do this whether you like it or not attitude into getting into the entertainment industry however the hell that I can. And Wesley was right with me on that. And Dan is just strictly ballroom. He went to college. He has other experiences with TV and production, I guess. But mainly just ballroom dancing, and that's his expertise. So I love that I have these two people as a part of my show right now. Did I push live? Yes. Okay. So anyway, it's really great right now. I'm kind of in the middle of some drama, which you'll see next year as part of the show, all the crap that was happening at this point in time. If anybody's worried about it that watches this, anybody from any of the studios that I'm at, I'm not going to tell your personal business. That's not my business to do. I just want you to know that. People are watching like, oh, darn, we want to know. I'm not going to tell in detail what's going on with all of you because honestly, I don't talk to you about it. So I don't know that much. I just know what's going on with me and how some of the dramas are affecting me. But half the time when drama is affecting me, I don't know what it's about. I don't have a clue what's going on. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with people? Why is this happening to me? So I don't know all of the time. And I try to just figure it out, but most of the time, I'm just trying to keep cool and, have a good head on my shoulders and just kind of dust it off when I leave the door. Not really worried about it. But I will talk about how some of that affected me, the whole dance drama about this time in my life. Those will be aired next year because it's the beginning of this year. The Christmas show is coming for the last Christmas show of 2020. I haven't posted yet. I'm sorry. It's still January, so there's some time, but I've just been really, really busy preparing for competition and preparing for some other stuff that I'll talk about in my videos. There's just no time for video making. I started using a professional video maker, and they're not as good at it as I am. So they just have professional video stuff, like scenes of things they can enter that I don't feel really necessary. They did that for me for the BLM, which I thought was good. That came out really, really well. But I don't know. I just feel like I'm a better editor all around, better editor than some of the people I paid for. Just a note to you wannabe YouTubers. When you get to a point where you want to pay somebody, it's not worth, if you have talent to do it and you have your own style of video, just do it yourself. If you don't, then it's worth it for you because it actually saves a lot of time. That video I got done in 2 weeks. Usually it takes me 2 months to finish something, and I'll be doing 2 or 3 at a time. Anyway, the topic was my dance lesson. I had a really hard dance lesson. I think my teacher was trying to make me question myself. Like, what are you doing here? Are you going to do this well, or what the hell are you doing here? He didn't say those were not his words, but he was giving me a lot of crap. And like, I know what that means. I just need to work harder, and that he's seen me do better. I don't know why I can't perform right now. One of the things that he said was that there's no such thing as a bad day in dance. He doesn't believe in that. And I do. That's a different thing. I feel like people have bad days. Sometimes it happens at the worst times, but you should be able to, a professional should be able to work through it. Amateurs at a beginning intermediate level are still learning how to work through it. So it's iffy. It's iffy if they can do it, but he is kind of just like set, like there's good dancers and there's bad dancers. I do believe that. I'm a big believer in that some people are talented and some people have to like work hard and learn, like it's going to school. It's not really easy for them. It doesn't mean you can't get good enough to be as good as someone naturally talented. It just means you have to work harder than they do. It's true. In some cases, they don't work harder at all. It's all up here. And I'll talk about that someday. What I think about teachers who are just given a lot of what'd you call them? Gifts, fake stuff to make them into something that they're not. I'll talk about that someday, but not today. That's not the topic for today. Getting into the entertainment industry, I just wanted to tell you that the Ba.Bl is about that as well. Ba.Bl is where I'm starting. I started a long time ago, but I've gotten more out of this experience, taking me places where I'm getting to know a lot more people interested in what I'm doing in ballroom dance or in dancing period, than when I was taking acting classes, which I still have to do anyways. But the community was not as tight, not as strong, not as immediate in the acting world than it is in the dance world. In some way, acting is very independent. You do most of the work and practice by yourself. In ballroom dance, it's a partner dance. You do have to learn a lot of it by yourself, but the social aspect of it, you're with a lot of people, usually a partner or a lot of other people in a class, and that's the way it works. Socially, it's been really good for me, but I am not a social dancer. I just don't do the club thing. I don't like it. I know you can learn a lot from people there, but you can also just watch that on YouTube and learn the same thing. So the ballroom is all the different things, how we get there. Wesley has reached a higher point than I have in that he's been in some movies and TV show pilots and commercials and all that stuff, music videos. He's done all of that in his life, but he's still just here as a dance teacher. So a lot of the show is following us and how we get there and what it is that we're doing. If we do happen to make it, then you'll have some detailed information how to get there. Because that's what this is supposed to be, kind of informational, kind of supportive of talented people who want to get started in this industry, mainly ballroom, I suppose. But anyway, today's lesson was really hard on me, and I was starting to question myself, what am I doing here? With all this stuff. But I realized it's not like me to be that way. So I'm going through a lot of things. I have some family member, my uncle just died of COVID. My aunt's husband just died of COVID last week. We have to go to the funeral. And then also my other uncle was just diagnosed a couple weeks ago with cancer. And I think it's like level 3 or 4, I don't remember. It's pretty far ahead. He didn't notice, he had no pain, and just kind of really sudden and sad. I don't know. My uncle is dying of cancer, is one of my favorite people in my family. So I'm going through all of this, trying to go into competition, and most people would just quit. But I went to the World Salsa Summit with a broken finger. And, this is no different for me. Shit happens. Excuse my language. I'm sorry if you have kids watching with you, but shit happens. That's the reality, and you can't let it get in the way of your dreams. I know my uncle wouldn't want me to do that. He's extremely supportive of me and my dreams. He watches this YouTube channel and subscribes to it. One time I asked him to watch all my videos 1,000 times, and he put up 400 views for me. I don't know how he did that, but he did that. I was so like, oh my God, I didn't know he would take it that seriously, but that's how much he loves me, and we love each other. And I don't have a lot of family members that are like that. So it's just really sad that, I won't be able to have him as long as, he's not that old, and it's too soon for me to lose people like that in my life. But I know that if it ends, that he will go proud of me, and that's all that I take with me. So when I'm going in this competition, that's what I'm gonna be thinking about. Amongst other things, a lot of things that you think about to win something. But there's a lot of people saying you just should just take the time off. It's too much to go through. And I feel like with the COVID and traveling to go visit, first of all, I would have to get tested. And if I'm carrying it all, then I won't even be able to go. But so it's just something that's on my mind. And when I was getting like the beat down from my teacher, I didn't know. He was talking about something about music. I wasn't really paying attention at that point. He was like, if you like Justin Bieber, I wanted to punch Justin Bieber in the face. And I was like, I want to punch you in the face. He was like, I know I was getting on his nerves, but he was getting on my nerves, you know. It was frustrating him that I wasn't performing to the best of my ability. And I was frustrated with his attitude, you know. But I can't be that way because I have to give him respect as my teacher, because he could choose just not to dance with me anymore. You know? I could choose not to dance with him too. For all I know, he was trying to get me to quit. I have no clue, but it's really hard. It's really hard to deal with everything. And on top of that, my the mental illness I'm dealing with, it's not been that bad lately, but sometimes I'm just like, I'm tired of life. I say that all the time because I mean it. I'm not suicidal. It's just like I just want to lay in bed and shut the world off, you know? I don't know. Maybe I'm sort of depressed right now because I didn't get a long vacation for the holidays. I actually didn't take any days off. I was working the whole time, and then I didn't even have to work at my job, but working on everything else. And I'm just tired, you know. But when competition is over, I think I'll be able to have like a week or two where I can kind of chill out, go see my family, and like recoup. That's what I'm gonna do. And this life is really long. I'm telling you a lot of personal stuff about myself. I don't know that there's anything going on with Wesley. I can't take lessons with him until February, regardless of what we have plans for, because I'm just strapped. Totally strapped. And he doesn't even know what's going on with me. I don't have even time to Instagram him. When I'm doing this, I probably have time for that, but I'm doing this, and it's part of what I do. So if he ever watches this, I just want to say I miss you, and I kind of just want to put my head on your shoulder. But there's like nobody else I can do that with, and I really appreciate him for allowing me that relationship with him. But I don't have that with Dan. Dan is married with a child, and it's kind of difficult to get partnership close. Does that make sense? You don't necessarily have to be sleeping with each other, but you have to get kind of close. And there's a struggle there because you can't cross a lot. There's a lot of lines you can't cross. Not that we would or that we want to, but it's just you're kind of trying to find that special thing that makes you good together, you know, or it's not going to work. You have to be good together. In some cases, people said it looks good to the aesthetically. It looks good, but I'm thinking about it too much. more about just doing this, just making my feet do the thing and concentrating on what my legs are doing, you know. So I'm working on it. But that's how I feel today. I've had 2 lessons this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and they're both 2-hour sessions, or hour and a half sessions, I guess. The first one went well. The second one was really rough. Really rough. I'm hoping I can work it out. Thank you for watching, guys. This is Xochitl Lopez at the Ba.Bl. Check us out at theba.bl.com. There's 2 shoes that are pending. It doesn't mean they will sell, but somebody's looking at them and they may or may not sell. But there's other shoes available. I'm going to post some other things. It's usually going to be dance or, dance related. We do have the Ba.Bl store where we sell dance apparel, mugs, hats, things like that. If you'd like to get yourself something, if you want to support our show, I will see you next time. Bye.